West Coast Eagles on track well and truly for the 4 points this afternoon, as most people expected, and the centre square is where a lot of this was won. The umpires were practicing their centre square bouncing during the quarter time break after a couple of dodgy ones in that first quarter, and we get one that again was a little dodgy. Second term underway. Gaff, first game in the orange, 33 years of age, turns 34 this year. Again, big leap from Cameron, couldn't bring it down this time. Power kept it alive, it ricochets. Dalziel, Adam Selwood, Nick Natanui, Waters, Smith, McKenzie, and now Hams can get and go straight down the middle. Kennedy wants it long. Lynch is coming back. He tells Lynch to get out. Hams might go all the way himself. Passes to Kennedy. Perfect movement, West Coast Eagles.
Oh, yeah, he's got a knee on the side of the head.
Almost could have done more damage to Scott Selwood's knee. And Marston steals, kicks a goal. That's a ripper.
He's on fire, Marston. He's had 14 disposals and kicked 3 goals now, continuing on from his form from last week. The West Coast Eagles have really been looking forward to him playing some better footy. He was a high draft pick, and that's a good snap. That's a very good snap for a midfielder. Good tap by Cox again. Here he is, he has a look, breaks the tackle of Ward.
Cornelio, short, Treloar takes off. Wants a pass target. Brogan's inside 50. It won't get to him. Schofield. And look at them peel. Work rate.
Oh.
Spot on. Just pulled up in time then. Gee, I thought he pulled up in time. That was extremely hard on Tim Moore.
Come on, Umpy.
Yeah, it's got to be better than that.
Give him a chance.
So Brad Dalziel, first game of 2012. Playing for survival in many respects. For the West Coast Eagles' 13th goal. Sneaks it in. 65 points the margin. Homsch.
Move it on now.
Problem with that is, Rue, is that the real good oppositions can take it to them in about 10 minutes.
Yeah.
So, you know.
Hold there. Play on.
And he pumps it wide to the open spaces. Spectacularly good kick. Centering ball. Not bad either. To the top of the square. Cameron couldn't get the run that he wanted. McKenzie. Gaff. Brown. 1-2 works for them. And now Lynch can gallop away. Hill calling for it, and he gets it. Natanui and Corns in a one-on-one at the goal square. That's ignored. He shorts it to Smith instead. He takes on the first game at Treloar. He slips him. Just got a good chase. Hand on his backside, but Shuey takes the mark, and he's going to line up for number 4.
West Coast are able to then go coast to coast, one into the ground to the other. And Shuey lining up for goal number 4.
Push it back over 10 goals the margin, and the Superman is turning it on this afternoon. A 4-goal afternoon so far. Back to Tomlinson. Thought about a centering kick, goes to the pocket, missed the target, and the mark to Mitch Brown. In for his first game. Umpire said no. Corns with the crumb. Out of play might suit Tom Scully. Keeps it alive to Davis, but danger. Homsch bumped on the kick. Schofield stands under it. It'll be coming. Oh, that's right. That is way late.
That's definitely 50.
And he cannoned him into his own man. Cameron was the one who come off worse. And Jacob Townsend was way late with that. Yeah.
Oh, yes.
He's already laid 2 crunching tackles, Townsend, but that one was just...
who had a break on his direct opponent.
Brogan and Cox. Cox toward the boundary. Cameron comes hard. Big collision. Cameron and Dalziel. The 218s go down.
He's been
That's
hard
a good
at
attack.
it. He has been very hard at it, the young fella. We'll have another look here. Puts his body over. He knew what was coming.
Oh, yes.
And did it quite well, in fact. Covered himself up, protected him. Didn't go head first, just tucked it in.
And that
did
shoulder's
really
got Dalziel
well.
right in the ribs.
Well, Dalziel's in a lot of trouble here, boys.
He should be too after a hit like that.
So they're both in the hands of their trainers. Jeremy Cameron looks a lot better than Brad Dalziel right now.
Well, Cameron was able to put his shoulder down and protect himself going into that contest. Took the ball clean.
Yeah, Brad Dalziel
took it all. Yeah, took it all through the ribs.
To pull it back to a 60-point margin. He opens up the angle. Kick. It's long and Natanui on the goal line. Down to Selwood.
Look at that. One-step jump up over the top.
That's unfair.
West Coast haven't had it all their own way like they did in probably the last part of the first quarter.
And that's a little high. Play on. Reece Palmer accidental, according to the upper on Scott Selwood, who's now down hurt.
On the ball.
He was hit head high, Scott Selwood. The umpire said it was okay, and it's
Reece
on.
Palmer's in there.
So that was the earlier one. Palmer on Scott Selwood.
And look.
And a quick release kick to Callum Ward. He can get and go, but sits. Keeps it inside the boundary. Takes on Shuey. Too good. Oh, bang. Shuey hit high. This time from Dean Brogan. They're having a crack right at Western Sydney.
It's a high table. That's all.
Well,
Schofield plays on. Long to the square. Lynch. And goal. And that was against the flow. 73 points the margin. Biggest lead of the game.
Well, a quick ball in, and Lynch was able to capitalise on that occasion and certainly looked after the ball boy there, because he could have launched that completely out of the ground. Lynch decided to kick it along the ground and make life easy. Could have launched that.
I believe that Gold Coast had the first 3 picks in the draft in 2010, but they allowed the West Coast to take Andrew Gaff. High, out of side, Hearn. One last chance at a score. Opens it up to McKenzie. 98 to 25. 73 points the margin. If you joined us late, they led by 58 at quarter time, the West Coast, after their biggest first quarter ever. Off hands. Cornelio the steal. Little 1-2 at Brogan. Hands it back to Green. Outside of the boot. Not 15. Shield on the siren. But Greater Western Sydney have won some fans over with their endeavour in the second term here in their first ever game at Blacktown International Sport Park. The AFL plant their flag in the soil in Blacktown this afternoon. And a good crowd is in. Let's hope we get a good second half for this round 3 encounter. The West Coast lead at halftime by 73, 15-8, 98 to 4-1, 25.